Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This just got serious. This game just got serious. If you've seen what has just happened in the Premier League, you'll know that this just became, well, I mean, it's like I said before though, it's a must win. Now it's a flipping absolutely obligation win, because if we don't, then there's a big problem. And I'll show you why. Here's what went down today. So this is the Premier League table. We had Nottingham Forest lost at home to Everton, who ironically we play next. No, sorry, we play in 2 games' time. So Everton have done a number at Forest. Forest have dropped points. But Manchester City beat Crystal Palace 5-2. Aston Villa beat bottom of the league Southampton 3-0. Man City, who were down 2-0, ended up coming back to score 5 in that game. But they have both now gone above Chelsea. Newcastle still have to play, and they have that game in hand over us. So we have to win tomorrow in order for us to jump right back into 4th. And if we do, then we're a point behind Forest. If we don't, then we're not in the top 4, maybe not even in the top 5 anymore. So this just got serious. Tomorrow just got serious. Why? These are meant to be the easy games from now until the end of the season. It's like I outlined. We've got Ipswich tomorrow at home. Then we've got Fulham away. That's not going to be easy. But on paper, compared to the games afterwards, it should be straightforward. Then we have Everton, who just beat Forest in Forest. Forest, I got to ask the question, are Forest beginning to dip? Are they beginning, is the pressure getting to them? You know, realistically, the pressure shouldn't be there. You're ahead of everyone. Just stay there. You know what I mean? Like, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe they're beginning to bottle it. Maybe. But technically, that's not even a good thing. You want to know why? Because that means that the Forest game, which is going to be coming up at some point, that's probably going to be a 6-pointer by that point. That's going to be a playoff. Just like our game against Newcastle is going to be a playoff. We got a bunch of playoffs. Liverpool might win the league at the Bridge. That's going to be a playoff. This is why these games, including tomorrow, Ipswich, Everton, Fulham, well, Fulham, Everton, we have to win those games. If not, we've put ourselves in a really, really deep situation. So, bearing all that in mind, unbelievable, to be fair. This makes this game a really, 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 really must win. If you want to add any more emphasis to it already. Like I outlined earlier, Man City were 2-0 down to Palace. Within 3 minutes, it was 2-2. I was just like, okay, well, you know. Man City basically just told them, you had your fun, you enjoyed yourselves, now shut up and sit down and don't say anything. And they went on 1-5-2. Ipswich beat us in the first game. Some stats, to be fair. I saw this and I was like, okay. I'll give you some facts. Ipswich beat us on the 30th of December and are looking to record just a 2nd league double against us and the first since 1979. The Tractor Boys' last victory at Stamford Bridge was a 3-2 Premier League win in 1979 where Alan Brazil scored twice for the away side. Right? Yes, the Alan Brazil, Mr. Talksport himself. Yeah, he scored twice in 1979 against us at the Bridge. And yeah, we are looking to win 6 consecutive Premier League home matches for the first time since 2020, which is a good thing. We've kept a clean sheet in 4 of the past 5 league games. which is a good thing. Cole Palmer hasn't scored in 13 consecutive league and cup appearances since the 14th of January. That's not a good thing. You see, this is where tomorrow... It's like I know what to expect, but I'm scared I'm not getting it. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, Chelsea versus Ipswich at home should be one of those games where you look at the beginning of the season, you look at the fixture list and you go, you don't even attempt to look at it. You know, Chelsea versus Ipswich at home. It's like back in the day where, you know, Chelsea versus Burnley at the Bridge. It's 3 points. You know? Chelsea versus Norwich at the Bridge. It's 3 points. Respectfully, Chelsea versus Ipswich, 3 points. But we're living in a time where we can't really say that anymore. This is where it gets a little bit of a pickle. And this is where, like, I am so tempted right now, right? This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm so tempted to come on here and tell you guys, listen. It's a win. Yeah, come on. What are we doing here? It's a win. Yeah? Come on. Let's be a bit serious. Yeah? But in the back of my head, there's 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And I'm like, I said this before the first game. I've got PTSD now. Ipswich Town have given me PTSD. Unbelievable. We are living in a weird simulation right now. But we do have most of our players back. In terms of team news, if I were to give you some team news for both sides, because it's the right thing to do. Obviously, Fofana and Lavia out. Fofana's had hamstring surgery. He's not going to come back till next season. Lavia and Margu are out, but apparently they might feature before the end of the season. For Ipswich, Omari Hutchinson is a doubt. We'll see. He's going to be assessed. He might make it, might not. Wes Burns, Ogbeni, Shimadic, and Muric are still sidelined. So they've got 4 players out. I mean, this just makes matters... Well, it should make matters even more straightforward. They've got 4 injuries. Yeah? And they're the ones coming to the Bridge. They're the ones that are technically, they're not relegated yet, but they are going to get relegated. You know? When you look at the league table, let me show you again. Ipswich currently in 19th on 18 points, sitting 14 points behind Wolves in 17th. 14 points with 7 games to go. Mathematically, yeah, it's still possible, but Wolves need to lose like 5 games straight. That's not happening. That is just not. So Ipswich are relegated. The same can be said for Leicester. Sorry, I was reading Leicester. 20 points. Ipswich are on 20 points. 12 points behind. Okay, so Wolves need to lose 4. It's not happening, man. 4 out of 7. It's not happening. So Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton are already mathematically gone. They're relegated 100%. Their manager left. So we already know who's going down. It's going to be Ipswich as well. So Ipswich have absolutely nothing to lose tomorrow. They come and they have a day out and they give it a free hit and they see what happens. For us, we have to win. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. I'm telling you now. This is my prediction, my analysis. Ipswich, Fulham, Everton. If we don't win all 3, we ain't playing Champions League football. If we do win all 3, we're in a very good position to get Champions League football. We have to win all 3. Not even 1-2 and drawn 1. No. We have to win all 3. Because I look at the 4 games at the end and I'm like, yo, I'm not so sure what's going to go down there. I'm not sure where we're seeing points. Nottingham Forest, I don't know if they're fumbling, maybe, but that just makes matters harder. Newcastle away, I think, is already a write-off. United have this thing against us where they just want to become old Man United. I don't know what it is. So that's got 1-1 written all over it. I can predict that from now. Liverpool could win the league at our gaff. Like, I'm not even going to attempt to say we're going to beat Liverpool. You see what I mean? These are all have-to wins in order to put us into a situation where even a few points might get us over the line. So I'm not looking to drop anything. If we drop tomorrow, it's over. If we drop against Fulham, it's over. If we drop against Everton, it's over. If we don't, we win all three. Okay, now we're talking. I'm going to say that. So, in terms of starting 11, you know what's crazy? I'm going to do this with you. Let's bring it up on the screen. Okay, we don't need to go with a back three. I don't think. Well, I say this, but again, I've got two minds when I'm thinking of Ipswich. I'm thinking, 19th Ipswich. That they're not going to do. And then I've got the 2-0 that we lost at Ipswich earlier on in the season. I'm like, oh my god. I always end up flipping between both. But anyway, personally, look, I don't think it's going to be a back three, right? What I do think will end up happening is if we are going to take, I'm going to do this with you guys. Let's take Tosin. We bring Chalobah across. We bring Colwell across. That's the back four. That's the shape. I do think we're going wingers. I do think it's going to be Palmer in behind. I do think if we're going to change this geezer, I am pretty certain we are going to get Noni instead. So that is how I think we're going to end up, lining up. Obviously, Reece James and Cucurella as fullbacks, not as wingbacks. The midfield is self-explanatory. I do think it's going to be Chalobah and Levi Colwell back in. Jorgensen's not going to be Jorgensen. We just know. It's going to be, where is he? It's going to be Sanchez. There we go. It's going to be Sanchez. So I think that's what's going to happen. And to be fair, look, with Madueke's head, where you can't see it. Let me put him ahead. There we are. Madueke deserves to start on the back of the game in the Conference League, and the fact that we need someone direct. Now, personally, I would go with my shape that I did start off this lineup with in terms of the wing backs, but we're just not going to do that. I would, not against Ipswich though. Going again in the harder games where we don't really see anything from our wingers, I think I would do that. I think it gives us more threat. Overall, more chances at goal, more shooting, more shots. So, but this, I know there's a whole thing about low blocks, and I'm going to get into this now, right? But I think Madueke, Neto on the left is probably our best combination to go with the wingers. Cole Palmer in behind and Jackson up top. This whole low block shenanigans, right? People are like, we're coming against low blocks, so what do you want us to do? What do you want? Are we going to be a top team or not? You know, but the problem is, I don't accept that. I don't accept it. Oh, we can't get past a low block. Who are we? Scunthorpe. Do you know what I mean? And I know it's not easy, but we are, hello, we're Chelsea Football Club. What are we doing? If we can't get past a low block, we might as well shut shop. If this is an ongoing problem that is not going to be resolved, right, and we don't know how to do it, it's ridiculous. But I think it's straightforward. Not too straightforward, but I think there's ways. A little bit more risk-taking, a little bit more oomph, a little bit more willing to take players on those flanks, looking at being able to try and make combinations, runs, 1-2s, triangles, work as a cohesive unit. If you have to press high, you have to press high. That's the risk. If you have to add more bodies, if they're playing a low block, you have to add more bodies. But at the same time, shoot from distance for the love of all that is holy. Stop trying to walk the ball into the box every time. You can have a dig from distance. You take 5, 6, 7 shots from distance, chances are 1 or 2 is going to work the keeper. Maybe 1 goes in. Boom. Now you're ahead. All of a sudden, they've got to push up. If not, they've lost. Then you get more space. It's more straightforward. I just don't think we're willing to take that risk out of fear of what it might cost us. We might lose possession. Oh no. Well, what are we doing then? What, we're going to keep 100% of the ball? No. The problem is when we have the ball, we're not doing anything with it. I'd rather give it a go and then actually try and defend well. But if they're going to be coming out, then there's space to exploit. Hit them on the counter. But if they're not, you've got nothing to worry about. What are you concerned about? Do you see what I mean? We have to be flexible in game. And I feel like we're not. We're very one-dimensional. We're very predictable with our movements, with our runs, with our passes. It's so easy to read. This needs to stop. If it's going to stop, it has to be now. Because if we get to the big games, we start doing all these shenanigans in the big games, we've got no chance. So we need a wake-up call now. And I'm saying all this now because a lot of people just want to get Champions League. Oh, and then we'll figure the rest out later. No. I'm looking at, see the way we're playing now. You do this in the Champions League, you get smoked. You get cooked, barbecued, grilled. Yeah, I'm paying attention to that now. So I'm thinking far ahead. Fix these problems from now. Don't wait until when it's time. And obviously there's the whole concept of going into the summer window and getting what we need and all of that. So we'll see. But it's a must win. And we'll see what happens. My prediction, I mean, honestly, like I have to just tell you my gut. It's funny. I saw City losing 2-0 earlier on. I was like, what? And then when I checked again, it was 2-2 and I was like, okay. And then it was half time. I was like, they're going to win 5-2. I swear I said that. I was like, they're going to win 5-2. They won 5-2. So if I'm taking my, hopefully, a streak this weekend, maybe, then I'm going to say, I really want to say Chelsea 3-1. I don't see how we don't win tomorrow, man. Come on. We might as well just liquidate if we don't win tomorrow. We're going to win tomorrow. We're going to win tomorrow. Surely. Yeah, you know what? I'm going 3-1. I reckon we'll concede. And you know, I reckon Delap, I was going to say Rory Delap. I reckon Liam Delap. I reckon Delap scores. Which would be an audition for him because, well, it's not an audition. He's already got the job. He'll be signing for Chelsea, don't worry. I think, anyway, unless if someone comes in with a higher salary, which wouldn't surprise me. But I reckon the Lab scores tomorrow. I reckon we beat them 3-1. That's my prediction. What's yours? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. Thank you all so much for watching, people. Subscribe, notification bell. Catch you tomorrow. Take care and peace.